Okay, here we are again. See, that's much better with the time. Still a few minutes late after stretching, but the stream was on at 7:30, if I was not incorrect in looking at the time that I had there. So, as long as we kind of stay on that roll, I think we'll be okay. I'll have to look because I have to see about what time when I start back to work next week. Well, really this week. I know when I'm working this week, but I have to figure out what the schedule looks like for next week. Because I might, depending on how late I get home, I might have to bump it down to 2 days a week and just do it. I think I talked about this last time. I forget. But just bump it down to 2 days a week while I'm working and just do it Fridays and Saturdays, because those are the days where I don't have to go to bed like at the time when the stream is normally supposed to end in order to get up early enough to actually get there. So we'll see what happens. If I manage to get home at a relatively decent hour, I could probably stream at 7 during the week. I'd probably just move the time to 7 like for all 3 days if I did it that way. Because then I could stream till at the latest 10, ideally 9:30. Although that would limit me during the week anyway to being like, well, I really want the streams to be 2.5 hours during the week, which means I wouldn't get as much done. It's a puzzle. It's a conundrum. I'll figure it out, though. I got a few days to get into the groove and know better what my schedule and everything looks like, so once I'm in the groove, it'll be easier to tell, oh, okay, I can do this during the week, or, oh, no, I'm so exhausted after doing this that I don't think I can. So I will let you all know when that gets a little closer. For now, let me unpause this. There we go. And then I took a drink. I have my, well, had my wristband on. It's finicky if you put it, because it's older, if I put it in the same spot it falls off sometimes, so I have to keep like retightening it to make sure it stays on, not make any sudden wrist motions so it doesn't fall off, because that would be no bueno. I actually kind of need this thing so that my wrist doesn't turn into silly putty by the time I'm 60 years old. Of course, let's be honest. I keep playing games like this, it's going to shave time off of my life very quickly, so maybe I should get this project done and move on before that starts happening. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Mega Man X6 Extreme Mode with Unarmored X, the Stream Edition. I'm just embellishing. It's fine. We'll be able to do this, because last time we made it through our 4th and 5th Mavericks, and we got the shock buffer, which is probably the most important part, other than jumper, for an Unarmored X run from the Recycle Lab. We also finished the Recycle Lab, which was a nightmare, but, well, we got through it. And now we have 3 stages left. We have Infinity, well, the Weapon Center with Infinity Maginian, the Magma Area with Blaze Heatnix, though we actually did most of that already, and then Inami Temple with Rainy Turtleoid. Now, I don't really need anything from any of these 3 stages anymore, but the side areas in the Weapon Center and Inami Temple actually might be worth visiting. Because if I remember right, if you beat all 8 Mavericks, you can't access the second boss that you can see in the bonus areas. It just skips you straight to the 3rd one instead. So we might go and work on that while I'm thinking about it. Probably go to Weapon Center first. What do I want to do in Weapon Center? You know, this loadout is pretty good actually for Weapon Center, so I think I will actually just stick with what I've got. And I don't remember what the Nightmare effect is here. It's probably the steel blocks from the Recycle Lab, if I had to guess, but we will find out shortly, because here we go. This is usually the one that everybody dreads. Not the stage so much, but the actual boss, because he's actually remotely challenging Infinity Maginian. More so than most of the Mavericks in this game. But I have new tech that I might be able to demonstrate that might actually make him a little easier. We'll see. I actually don't know if the tech works later on in the game, but we'll find out. What huge Reploid? All I see is a shadow. They've been constructing Transformers X. That's not how you spell Megatron, but okay, fair enough. Or there's that too. So it's a Reploid or a robot infected by the nightmare. Great. Okay, well, we gotta go find the cables so we can blow up. It's actually more like Unicron, isn't it? I should probably get out, yeah, these. Oh, that's not good. I got hit by the fireballs as I was attempting to hit the jump button. And that don't work. There we go. I should probably just grab this guy because, yeah, if I keep this up, I'm just gonna keep getting damaged. So. Ah, I see. Well, this is gonna be a cluster, but that's okay. I'll get the rhythm down eventually. Okay, well, one down. I think you have to beat all three before you can move on, though, so... Oops. Oh, good. Not good. Oh, I got him. It's fine. So... But yeah, I don't remember if you have to beat all three in a single sequence in order to finish this, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Alright, so I need these guys. I see the problem here. Yes, looks like you do have to beat... Well, maybe not. No. This is the sequence again, okay. Oh, I was inside the block there. Whoops. Alright, I have... well, I was going to say I have a better idea. Maybe I'll just go with this. I can do a little damage with this, so... Oops. Oh yeah, right. The Ultimate Buster doesn't like when I use the Z Buster as well. Sorry, I keep pressing R1 thinking I've got the Mars out. My, whatchamacallit, my muscle memory is not so good here. Let's just get the Mars out. They were working a little better last time, so... Play jump rope here a little bit. Oh god. I was like, wait, where's the platform? I went up too far. But yeah, it's looking like all three in a single sequence, so that's a little annoying, but we'll make it work. Sir, I was kind of hoping you would have died from everything I shot at you, or everything I thought I shot at you. I guess I could short hop underneath that guy, because really at this point it's just a matter of resource conservation. Yeah, I can just do that. There we go. Maybe Ultimate Buster wasn't the best one for this. Yeah, it's okay, actually. I need to stop taking unnecessary hits from the fireballs, though, because I can actually kind of time it so the fireballs go where I want them to go if I do that. There we go. Sorry, still getting muscle memory back for this, evidently. Okay. This is where the platform drops out from under me. I'm not even going to bother with that guy. What, thank you. I don't even think I got that Nightmare Soul, which is unfortunate because now he's going to come back. That's okay. Oh, so that's what that section does. It's not 3, it's 2. I'm sorry. I forgot. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. There's not more than this. It doesn't keep going. That's not too bad to get to, though, although I think it might be easier to get to that with me, like, getting it. There's another weapon we can get later that almost acts like an upgrade to the Z-Buster, so... Whoops. There we go. I'd take that, thank you. And there we go. I should have just left the Yamars out, honestly, but that's okay. Alright, so, boss time. Let's check out the tech, see if I can do the new tech. Wow, they scrapped that guy really fast. Either that or his head went flying so far when I blew up his power cables that it just smash landed in here. You're a flea. It's me. I mean, I did in fact destroy your giant robot. Maybe I would have been less difficult if you hadn't sicked it on me immediately. I mean, there's still 2 left, so... Why don't you look in the background? Okay, well, maybe don't conduct a test on live subjects, and I won't have a reason to come in here and smash it. Which idiots. You know, I don't even think I need to know that answer, so... Alright, so, here we go. I'm gonna go up. Hold on. I need to get him to stop using his bubbles, though. Need to get him to follow me, basically. As far up as I can. And then I need to slash him. Like that. That's not right. But the idea, basically, is I want him to get as far up as possible and then saber slash him. Because if I do that... Hold on. Well, this one isn't going to work too well. Yeah. But basically, the more of them you have off the screen, the less of the bubbles you'll have to deal with, so... Although I have not done this the right way, as you can plainly see by the fact that there's so many of them. And I mean, with the shock buffer, I'd probably still be okay, but like, not with all these bubbles going out. I could dodge these, but I could probably also destroy them with the Yamars, but I'd rather get a full weapon heal so that I can do that. But the idea basically is try to get him to follow me and then take him up as high up as possible on the wall. And then once he goes as high up as possible on the wall, jump at him and saber slash him, because what that'll do is it'll keep his copies off the screen, and their bubbles, like they'll make bubbles and everything like that, like they were doing, but they'll be off screen so they won't follow me. So that's what we're going to try to do, and we'll see if it works out. Why don't you come up here and fight me like a man? Eh. Okay. There. So like get it as high up as possible, just like that. Take the hit, maybe, just to keep them up there. He can spawn up to 5 copies, so we want him to spawn all 5 up here, if possible, and then get them off the screen as soon as possible, so, if they make bubbles. If he makes bubbles, just let them go. Please stop. Just go up, please. Like, all the way up. Because I can't really do this with you doing it like this. There we go. Nope, he's too far down now. Get out of my way, Bubbles. I'm busy. Yeah, he's too far down. Yep. Well, now we might as well just go for it. Let me get the Yamars out because they'll have me destroying all this stuff if I just keep this up. I can just kind of spam it. It's not going to work out, though, because, you know, there's only so much I can do with all these copies on the screen. Also, if you destroy a copy, he makes a new one, so lovely. But you see the idea, right, is like keep him as high up on the screen as possible and then just get all 5 of the copies up there. Because then if I can keep them up there, I can just fight him down here on even turf, basically. Like just him and me, and then that's it. And I won't have to deal with the bubbles, and I won't have to deal with the copies, and I won't have to deal with any of that crap. So I'm going to try to do that, and we'll see if it works out. As I said the last time, it did not work out last time, but we can keep going. Stop with the bubbles, please. Alright, there you little bit so the bubbles go all the way, as far away as possible. Okay, he's in that mode, so... Okay, the first hit's free, evidently. I think that's high enough. Okay. Good. Come up here now, please. Just slash at him, X, please. We're never gonna make it through this if we don't get all 5 copies up here right now. Maybe I can just slash him to stop him from making the bubbles. I think that'll still spawn a copy though, so. And I'm also, like... At this point, I'm out of my depth. Like, I've spawned a copy down here. He's not cooperating, so... I saw the tech on a video, and I just was figuring, okay, I'll just give it a shot, but evidently the tech is not as consistent as the video made it seem like it was, or maybe I'm just bad. I mean, it's possible I'm just bad. We've kind of established that part already, but... We're gonna have to keep this up, because I don't know... I could probably beat him at this point, even without doing the tech, but... I'd probably have to use the guard shell to do it because it's his weakness, and I'm trying not to do that because we didn't do that in the original like set of videos. Please, please, stop with the bubbles immediately. Like, could you do anything? Fuck you. That's more like it. Now. He's too low. No, he's too low. Okay, well... X, I'm going to need you to not bang your head on an invisible ceiling. That doesn't seem like it's going to be conducive to us actually winning here. But yeah, once he starts spawning copies down here, our chances of victory are short because, or rather low, since, you know, there's just too much happening on the screen for me to do anything about it. So. And I can't, like, stop. Basically, I'd have to destroy each copy as they pop up, and I don't see that happening, so... I am taking a lot of hits, though, so maybe if I don't focus on that, maybe I can just gun him down. I don't know. Hey, Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Good evening. What the hell what kind of unorthodox strat are you watching? So if you spawn the copies at the top of the screen, they can't bubble you, which makes it a lot easier. Like, the bubbles they still spawn bubbles, but since they're off-screen, they don't follow you. So that's what I'm attempting to do. It's not really working out because he's not cooperating in the slightest, but, you know, we have a checkpoint here. I'm willing to keep trying it. And I will just fucking finger, like, smash the button as if I'm playing Contra or something. Until the bubbles go away if he makes me do that. There we go. So that's one. Now let's see if he's... Okay, he's still not... He's not in the thing anymore, so I just gotta dodge for a second. Didn't dodge enough. Okay, he's in this again. This is what we want. Okay, 2 copies off screen. Do that again. Good. No, X, I need you to actually jump... Dash jump when I press the dash jump button. That's 3 copies off screen. Okay, well... That's it. We've done enough. Okay, my thing's on my, whatchamacallit, my buster shot is synced with everything else. I'm just gonna stand here and do this. Is he here? Yeah, okay. Sometimes brute force is just the best option, isn't it? Sometimes just having the shock buffer and enough life ups is just the best option, isn't it? For what it's worth, I tried to do the strat, the tech. It worked for a while, and then it didn't. Probably if I hadn't spawned a copy like down below at some point, it would have been fine. But I spawned a copy too low, and because I spawned a copy too low, there was just nothing I could have done. I had to either take the hits and just kill him or die, and I didn't want to die, so I said, yeah, you know what, whatever. Oh, good, we got speed shot. Yay. I don't think that's really necessary when you have rapid fire that you can just enable. I'm skipping through this, I'm sorry. But basically, Infinity Maginian did stupid stuff and even Gate couldn't handle him, so Gate disposed of him. Fun. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip through that for anybody who wanted to read that. It was in the original playthrough as well, so if you want to read it, it's there for you to look at. So now the life up and the energy up, as well as the heart tank and Infinity Maginian stage, are all in the bonus area. I just don't know if we can get the heart tank, because if I remember correctly, excuse me, we in order to get the heart tank, you have to get a Dr. Light capsule, and since I'm trying to avoid that, I'm not sure if we can do that, so... Only here for a minute before bed, but you should have done that from the start. Yeah, probably, to be honest with you. Like I said, I had tech in mind, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll give it a shot, and it didn't really work out. What's the gimmick? What's the nightmare effect that comes off of the weapon center for this? Am I gonna have to do something goofy in Inami Temple from this? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's see. Do I need anything else? I mean, I'm kind of okay with the idea of... No, you know what? I was going to put damage barrier on, but I think I'm good with what I've got, actually, for Inami Temple. Plan on grinding till you have a little more than double the amount of souls you have right now? I don't think so. I think it's going to depend on how quickly I get done with these last two Mavericks and the bonus areas that I want to go to. And actually, with that in mind, it might be better to go back to Infinity Maginian stage and go to the bonus area now, because if I wait until later, I might not be able to fight the boss. So I'm going to go back there right now, actually, with the same loadout. But I need to get to 5,000 if I want to be able to equip 3 parts. That being said, if I really want to equip 3 parts, I'll just do the glitch to equip a 3rd part. I think, honestly, I think all of this is doable with 2 parts and a limited part, but we're going to find out. So. Alright, go underneath this guy. We got this down now. Probably this is where I'd go, actually, if I was to do any grinding of any kind, because this stage is pretty easy to get through once you've done it once or twice. See what I mean? Not too bad. I mean, I guess if those guys come in from different directions, that makes it a little tougher, but not too bad. I'll lose all my Yamars by the time I'm done, but, you know, that's fine too. Just gonna go over you, and go over you, find the floor. Should have found the floor a little bit better. I thought that the pole was gonna show up a little faster than that. It did not. You only come here for the music and the Dr. Light capsule for people who don't want, or who want the shadow armor. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty tempting offer, honestly. I did the same thing I did previously. I should not have done it that way. Because that was stupid. I established a strategy and then I ignored it in order to unga-bunga in my brain. Still took damage, but it's fine. Because as long as we can make it through 2 things, it doesn't matter if I take damage. Oh, my ultimate buster shot. Almost walked... Okay, I was going to say almost walked into that. Did walk into it, as a matter of fact. Honestly, the background really helped sell this robot and stage for me. Yeah, honestly, like, the way that they set this, like, the set piece for this stage, I actually really like. And it's probably the reason why the stage doesn't just completely blow from me, if I'm honest. Oh, X, stay on the pole or jump, please. Really helps with making the thing seem as ginormous as it is. Yeah, because you've got this, like, spiral thing going on in the background, and you can't even really contemplate exactly how big the spiral thing is, but this robot is at least as big as the spiral, you know what I mean? So it really has that sense of scale to it. Oops. Remember when we did this with Zero and I didn't have to run around like a rat in a maze? I remember that. I think I enjoyed that a little better. It's okay. I'm just complaining to complain, honestly. Nope. Yeah, you know, that's fair, actually. My spider sense was tingling. Really? Seriously? Are you kidding me right now? To take damage and lose all momentum in the air? I don't think that's how that works, actually. I'm pretty sure gravity doesn't work like that, X. Okay. Just gonna take it on the nose at this point. I shouldn't have said, oh, you know, the stage is pretty easy to get through, because saying that, I've jinxed myself now, you know. I think it's honestly just the projectiles from literally everywhere that get me, though. Because it's like, it can't be just like a few projectiles, and it's just enough to ruin your momentum. So, sprite work and background are genuinely amazing. Yeah, I do. I enjoy the set piece of this stage. It's just the stage itself is sometimes a little infuriating. Just a little. Okay, there's platform here. I should take damage here. Go as quickly as possible to get away from those crazy bastards. I'm not even looking at which which lasers are firing. Okay, what just absorbed my shot there exactly? The boss's weapon is the easiest cheese for this stage, which is funny. I've never really used his weapon for this stage. I guess I probably should, huh? Because you can direct it, right? Or am I misremembering? I don't remember. I guess we'll find out later. So, I know, right? Alright, I'm going to see if I can get around this without going into the Dr. Light capsule. I don't think it's possible, unless I can jump over it. Let's see. I can probably activate the thing and then, like, jump over it, but I'm not sure. Yes, yes, Dr. Light, go home, you're drunk. I don't need arm parts, actually. Oh. Because there's no way for me to dash jump through this without getting the part. Well, I guess we're leaving that one behind, fellas. Oh, no. Okay, get out of there so he doesn't get murked by these guys. He's like, I know I can get this guy. You're the life up, I think. And I almost just got the, I think that guy was the energy up, actually, the one that got sucked just now. So. Zero's version of the weapon. Oh, Zero's version of the weapon, yep, definitely makes a... Oh, yeah, because that's the spinny one. Yeah, that's the one that makes a really big difference here, so... Reminds you of the Apotheosis and how they did scale there? Yeah, absolutely. The scale on that was really good, too, like, to give you just an like, idea of the scope of everything. So, I would agree. Oh, God. Okay, well, I got another Reploid, so that's nice. Good for my E-Tank, anyway. This was the blade arms? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Guess that goes to show how much I, you know, really play as X in this game, considering I didn't even know which one was here. Okay, where's the platform? How do I get up from here, exactly? Not like that, I'll tell you that much. You've never saved everyone in this area. It's really difficult because you have to hold up and hold, like, a bunch of... Like, you have to hold up in order to get on this thing, just in general. I mean, you could probably do it if you, like... Okay, I'm just gonna stay here for a second. There we go. No, X, grab the... He grabbed it, like, as I was giving up and trying to adjust so that I could get to the pole below it. And then, well, you all saw the rest. Alright, get up here. Go on, come on, I know you wanna. There you go. Alright, we're still good. Go up, go up, go up. No, take me instead. Okay, I don't give a flying. You know what? I've already said fuck this stream. I guess it doesn't matter. How do I want to do this? I think I just want to use the Yamars for this because I think they would probably be the easiest way to do this, so. You have giant hands holding numerous buttons is easiest for you. Like there was an old GameCube controller that you... Oh, okay, yeah, well, with the bigger hands it would make it easier to just, you know, grab the controller, so. Old GameCube controller, Chad, you were the only person who used it, probably because it was like one of bigger ones. I think I remember seeing bigger ones. Yeah, too big and the buttons were too hard, yeah. I don't remember if they sold, like, bigger GameCube controllers, but... Oh, too far away. Okay, gotcha. Your brain is melting. That's fair. You're watching me play this, so I can understand why your brain would be melting. Have flexible fingers, useful for holding buttons, and lots of secretly borrowed goods. Yeah, there you go. Secretly borrowed, huh? Yeah, why was Isaac not the one that Shield Sheldon was guarding? Don't you guys know that that would have been more interesting storytelling-wise? So, High Max could not be damaged by my regular weaponry. He does get stunned by a fully charged X-Buster, though. So if I do this, and then I run into him with one of my special weapons, he will get smashed in the face and take 1 damage. Of course, if I run into him, I'll just, first of all, lose more of my guys than I want to. So I need to, like, just have them tap him, basically. And then run away from him. I mean, I guess I have the ray arrow now, so that'll do what I need to do in order for this to work. So, if I run out of Yamars, that is. He looks like a Power Ranger character. Yeah, honestly, kind of. Oh. Okay, I can duck under that. No, you stop that right now. Like one of those, not the actual villain, but like their second in command or something. I could see it. Say, whenever you're ready, High Max, to actually take damage the way you're supposed to. Whoops. There we go. Alright, I'm out of Yamars after these two are done, so we'll have to switch to Ray Arrow in just a minute, so... Oops. Sorry, took my finger off the button. Okay, one more left. I could use an E-Tank, honestly, because I probably have some. Oops. But... Yamar? Thank you. Okay. Let's switch. Actually, let's try out the Metal Anchor. It might work pretty good on him, quite honestly. Maybe I can't fire it in midair. Maybe it's not good because it'll stick around, so... Oh, hang on. I gotta switch my strategy now. Because he just starts doing whatever that was. Why did they split? I didn't shoot them to make them split. That's weird. Anyway. Don't just shoot him with Yamar option there. I mean, I probably could have, but you can't do it until after... And, you know, I guess I could have just done that, where I shoot him with the Yamar option after I charge shot him. So maybe I'll try doing that in just a second. Yeah, definitely the competent lackey kind of a person, yeah. So no, you cannot just shoot him with the MR option. For your own information, you cannot. Because he just doesn't care. X, do what I'm telling you to do, please. Yeah, oh, it doesn't work, yeah. So, what the fuck, Capcom? They knew you would just spam from the wall if they let you do that, so they said, no, we're not going to let you do that, actually. Can't let you do that, Star Fox. Kind of does remind you of that one Extra Ranger from Power Rangers, Super Sentai Call. Oh, yeah. Which one was that? I remember there was one specifically that looked more like this. Is that Lost Galaxy? I feel like it was... Maybe it was either in space or Lost Galaxy, but there was one that was in, like, full plate armor. I don't know why I remember that. It's been, like, 20 years or something. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have got any more Yamars out, because they're going to get binked in a second from me just taking them out. You know, what if I just charge shot him as soon as he comes down? Oh, that's what happens, okay. Yeah, Lost Galaxy, that's what it was. Some things just kind of stick with you. I'm just surprised with that one, honestly, because, like, I think most of my knowledge of Power Rangers was, like, the first season or two, and that was it. Like, I don't even think I saw Zeo, to be honest. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll just, whatever X was just doing, I'll just let him do it. Alright, we've got half his life bar left and half our Yamars left, so... this should go okay. Keyword is should. Oh no, wait, because he's going to start doing the thing in a second, isn't he? Yep. Well, not this, but... actually, I don't think I want these out in a second. Oh no, he's not doing it yet. Okay, it's fine. I wonder why certain hits are making me, take... oh, he's not doing the thing yet. Okay. Stay here. He might start doing it now, though. Yeah, he's starting to do it now, so, Metal Anchor? There we go. Thank you, Metal Anchor. I was like, Metal Anchor whenever you're ready. It probably wasn't the best option there. Probably Ray Arrow was, but that's okay. It worked. You're good, but I'm better. You bought your ticket? Oh, I bought my ticket to your damn amusement park. Why the hell do I have to enjoy it by your rules? It's my ticket. It was my money. Yeah, I know. Oh, look, Isaac. The guy that I was looking for, so... yeah, but you know why you're not superior? Because you don't know how to have special weapons. So, since I know how to absorb the power of my fallen enemies, I can defeat you. You're just invincible in the standard capacity. You think? You can't escape. Wait, no, let him go. Yeah, I can see that, but... yeah, I'd like to see that, actually. Come on, then. No? Okay, bye. Why cool down? It has nothing to do with losing me. I still have, like, an almost full E-tank from rescuing all those Reploids. Or, you know, we could just, like, let them, like, track them and let them tell us how to get to their base. So... I purchased access to your facilities. If I wanted railroading, I'd go to the train station! That sounds about right, yeah. So... we only got 20 souls out of that whole thing. Oh, good, a part for 0. Okay, we got the energy up rather than the life up. That's a shame, but... because that means the guy that got, like, instantly destroyed when I fell down in the bottom right-hand corner of the bonus area, that was the life up instead of the energy up. Which means we get a little less life, but... I mean, it's okay. We can manage with... let me think. I'm trying to think where the heart tank is in Inami Temple. It's on one of those side paths at the very end of the stage, I think, because the life up is inside of the bonus area, which we'll go to. But basically, if you don't beat High Max before you beat all 8 Mavericks, I don't think you can beat him in the bonus stage after that. It does, however, force you into getting this cutscene early, which I guess is fine, so... I mean, not all of them. There's still 2 left, but... what do you mean, who are you? I'm the guy that you're hunting this game. The one that Alia's been telling you about? Have you not been listening to her? It's very rude, X. You should be listening to her. I just mashed through the dialogue because all I want to do is shoot Reploids that are acting like Mavericks. Yeah, you're going to have to define low for me so I can tell you why you're wrong. No, X. Or maybe yes, actually. And he knows exactly what he's doing. You can't bring a new age for Reploids if you destroy all the Reploids. There won't be any left to do. Well, actually, no, that's not true, is it? Because Gate has already shown that he's able to, through the technology of his investigators, resurrect old Reploids. Although I destroyed Metal Shark Player, so I don't know how much he can just do that now. But... I mean, X has been ignoring her calls, so there's that. I mean, yeah, that's true. It's in the stupid AF Spike Hallway, I can imagine. But we can take some damage before the Spike Hallway and then just slide over it. Don't think you'll ever completely get used to Mega Man characters always having those goofy legs. They gotta have the gigantic boots, because the boots are where they keep their dash thrusters, basically. Oh, you'll let me go to your laboratory? Wow, that's very generous of you, I guess. Why are you laughing like that? What's wrong with your face? What do you mean Gate is behind everything? We've literally been destroying his investigators. Why would he not be? Why is that a revelation? Anyway, we know how to go to Gates Lab now. So if you destroy high max before beating all 8 of the Mavericks, you can just go straight to the end of the game, which I guess is cool because it lets you do a little bit of skipping if you want to speedrun the game, but I'm okay. We'll just defeat the other Mavericks as well. Do I want Ultimate Buster for this? Let me think about that. They keep extra fast in their boots? Yeah, pretty much. It's where I hide my speed! Never did that. Yeah, so you can just do that. It's a little easier than having to go through all 8 Mavericks if you don't want to. Of course, you still have to beat high max, which means you need at least one special weapon. And you also need to have... I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could go in, grab the parts that you want, die a whole bunch, and then just find one stage where you can get the special weapon. Beat Nightmare 0, beat high max, and then just beat the third boss over and over and over again until you can equip 3 parts in a limited part, or 2 parts, or whatever you want. And then just go straight to the end game, but... yeah, it's... I usually don't go straight to the end game because there's other Mavericks to defeat, so why would I leave the world in danger while the rest of... I mean, I guess, you know, defeat the leader and the rest will go, but they're Mavericks, so I don't know that they follow that same logic. Shock Buffer, Ultimate Buster... I really like this combo, so I think we're just going to stick with it and go straight to Inami Temple and hope that it works. If it doesn't, I guess we can try something else, but I don't... I mean, I guess I could see Damage Barrier being okay, but only if, like, we take actual damage here. Because this stage has 2 types of damage. Active damage and passive damage. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Never did that. Kid U is so close to greatness. Yeah, I know. So close to beating this game. And not having to deal with Rainy Turtleoid and any of the other Mavericks that you didn't defeat. And actually, you know, honestly, if we had beaten Rainy Turtleoid and then gone to high max, we would have had probably a better weapon, because his weapon, when you shoot it, it goes straight up in the air. So we could have just, like, dashed under high max and just shot the weapon as we went underneath him, so... Alright, Yamars, you're out again. Stop that. The Yamar option really is just, like, one of the best things you could do in this situation, isn't it? It's Acid Rain, which for some reason my chassis is not programmed against. Okay, so the lights that are going on in the background there, that filter on the screen, that's the Infinity Maginian Nightmare effect, so... slowing down a little bit. Yeah, so the little machine that I just jumped over there, if you stand on it, you'll recover all of your life energy. Some of them stick around after you use them. Some of them get destroyed after 1 use. So sometimes it's better to just, like, not use them until after you've taken some damage. There are 4 switches that we need to... Well, not really switches. They're more like miniature robots that I basically need to defeat in order to... whatchamacallit. No, you stop that right now. I know there's another person right there. I think I've destroyed all the switches, unless there's one down here that I missed. Yeah, okay. I think I got that one too. Let's see. Let's go see. Well, this thing took damage, so yes, I got them all. But yeah, this nightmare effect is a little annoying, but I mean, we'll deal with it. When we get out into the... not in the caves, we're fine, you know? So, it's just getting out of the caves, that's all. No? Okay. Yeah, so far so good with all these nightmares, so... These guys, when they have their fist up, they take no damage from the front, so you have to either hit them from the back, or just, I remembered that one was there. Good job, Brain. You either hit them from the back or wait for them to put their fist down, and then that's it, so... I think there's one right here. Oh, we got it. Okay, that's fine. And then, of course, there's also the Reploids that will give you back HP when you... I missed one, I think. Is it there? Hold on. I missed one somewhere. I guess I'll go back. It's gotta be here somewhere. No. Maybe down here. I'm gonna go back to the little teleporter thing. Probably the enemies will respawn, but that's fine. So that's why this nightmare effect sucks, because you can't see where all the stuff is that you need to destroy. Oh, that's where you were. Okay. Just shoot one more time for good measure. Just gonna keep going. Can I jump over this guy? Yes, I can. Good. Can't jump over the next guy, but at least I can jump over that one. Where do you think you're going? Alright, I'm out of Ymars, but that's okay. We can make it work without them, I think. Ray Arrow? I'm gonna try Ray Arrow. It probably won't work quite as well, but that's okay. Guard Shell, actually. Yeah. Can't believe the bats are trying to give me trouble now. I don't think I'm gonna get that one. Ooh. Maybe I can get it if I go like this. Just wait to fall off the... Okay. You know what? I don't know what you've got, ma'am, but I guess I could just go grab... That there's a ceiling there? What is it with this game and invisible ceilings? I got my Ymars back, so I guess it doesn't really matter. See, that's the problem. I'm messing around, and then I just end up getting absolutely destroyed because of it. I'm just gonna go. I don't know what she had on her, but it wasn't life up. I know that much. I wonder if all these little ones are good for actually, like... Okay, I just filled up an E-tank by doing that, so that's nice. I desynced my ultimate buster. That's not good. Sometimes with those seahorses, it's a little annoying, though, because they either... Okay, you know what? I'll take that, because I got her before you could get her. So, yeah, I missed the first one, yep. Searchlight effect is actually really satisfying to you in a technical sense. It is, in fact, actually annoying, but it is satisfying, yeah, in a technical sense. I can agree with that, because, like, it's just a filter, really, but at the same time, it's interesting, you know what I mean? It's an interesting use of the PS1's technology. Because I don't know if that effect would have really worked on the Super Nintendo. It probably would have been a lot less, like, good, I guess. Okay. Didn't know where the platform was last time. This time I know. I should probably go with this thing, shouldn't I? I probably shouldn't have gone like that, though. You want to talk to the effects designer for this game? They know it's good. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I managed to destroy that. I almost just took damage from that projectile, which would have probably caused me to fall off the thing. Alright, there we go. That'll work a little better. Now just go down here. Ignore that lady. And then keep going. I can't see! It's too bad I don't have two E-tanks, because then I could fill them both up right here. I don't even remember where the other E-tank is now that I think about it. Is it in Blaze Heatnix's bonus area? Probably. Like, I can't think of anywhere else it would be, you know? Oh, I guess I can just go ahead if I just, you know, run into these guys with the Ymars. That works, too. Oh. Damn it. I thought I was still on the stage when I went to go flying off there because I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'll take damage, but it'll be fine because I'll just be on the stage still, and then I can just keep going. I was not still on the stage, as a matter of fact. Alright, wait for this, go here. There are certain times, though, where I feel like Ultimate Buster is almost a little bit of a hindrance, if that makes any sense. Like, sometimes just because of the fact that there's a cooldown on it, if I miss my shot, I'm a little screwed. Oops. I was gonna say, wait a minute, I got out of here before. What'd I do different? Like, if I'm just spamming, then I might miss my shot. And if I miss my shot, well... That's a problem, you know. Okay. Almost just went down the thing there. It's coming back. Where'd he go? Oh, I must have got him. Okay. That's fine. So there's a bunch of switches here as well. And there's also parts that we could get here if I... Well, you can't really see it there, but there's a wall of spikes on the top and bottom there that I can't really do anything about without taking damage. Although I don't think I want to go this way, but yeah, especially not in that particular case, because I can't see where I'm going. So since I can't see where I'm going, it would probably be better to come back to that, like, later. Oh, okay, that gets rid of my Mars. That's not good. No switch here. Just use the Mars to keep me safe. It's gone. Don't mind me, ma'am. I'm not shooting at you. I'm shooting at the small robot hovering just above your head. No, not here either. I don't think, anyway. If there was, I already destroyed it, so that's at least a good thing. Got pretty good tracking on that missile, huh? Okay, I got the little guy. Right? Just for good measure. Just in case. Whoops. It's okay, I'll take the damage at this point. Nothing here. And I could probably use those guys to damage boost through, but I did not, so... Is the thing... Yeah, okay, I can destroy it now. So, with that being said, that's it. That's the whole stage. And we should be back in the light in a second. I hope I don't have to do the whole boss fight like this. That would kind of suck, actually. Pretty sure it's using the completed render of the stage, then darkening pixels by 50%. If it's outside the range of either of the two searchlight fields, therefore it's, if outside both, it's black. You know, and actually that's kind of an interesting way of doing it, because it could just be like a filter in a different layer on the front of the screen, but yeah, if it's using the render of the stage, it could just be like adjusting dark levels, and that would probably be more efficient in terms of like making it so that the game doesn't like, because if you add another layer, it's going to slow the game down because it has to render another layer of pixels. So to prevent it from having to do that, they could just adjust some sliders, yeah, and do some algebra basically. Yep. Can't believe Gate conned all these Reploids into helping him with the Nightmare investigation. It helps that he brought them all back from the dead. That definitely makes a big difference. So the next boss is weak to Ice Burst, but as usual, the Yamars are a good option to soften him up before. He actually can't take damage from the Ice Burst or weakness damage from the Ice Burst anyway, I think, until you destroy his 2 jewels. But we'll see. Oh, the civilians? Yeah, I don't know what their excuse is. Yeah, those 2 jewels on his back, they're like little shields for him. You have to break those in order to damage him, so... What do you mean, you must be? Like, you keep saying you must be one of the investigators. Like, why would Alias send you here otherwise, X? Really? Why? Not used to somebody being civil to me. What makes you think so? You know, they use this excuse in X8 as well, but, like, I still don't see it. Oh, okay. Because Gate is your master, and he told you that you have to believe it. Did he let you live, or did he kill you and then revive you? Because those are 2 very different things, Rainy Turtleoid. X, I understand. That's why I'm going to throw myself at you, and if you can defeat me, then, well, all my sins will be forgiven. Well, X, you don't have much of a choice at this point. Sorry, buddy. Well, you can kind of spam at him a little bit. Oops. There we go. Not even gonna... Yep. It's tricky because of all the bubbles that he's shooting out. Oh, he gets his health back on those too. I guess this is a little riveting, huh? because I just did half his HP bar. Oh. I thought he was gonna, like, not hit me there. Maybe I should have come here first. Although I wouldn't have been able to shoot him this quickly without Ultimate Buster, but, you know. Probably use the same functions that do that warning effect, actually, just tinting the fields red, yeah. Gosh, I did that as an end-of-course program example. It's really cool to see it in actual use. It's fun when you can see stuff that you, like, when the stuff that you do in, like, your coursework in college and stuff, it just comes back and you actually can see it being used, because it's like, oh, so that wasn't all BS that they were talking about. His damage face is so derpy. Just his little throw his arms out to the side. But yeah, Meteor Rain is the other weapon that we can could have used against High Max pretty usefully. Oh, this is the... Is this the one? And Suizan? Where, yeah, because it's weapon and down. So if you press weapon and down with 0, you do a spinny slash, and every frame of the spinny slash has actual hit markers on it. So I got no parts from the people that I rescued in this stage. Math is useful? Whoa! Yeah. You know, that would have been nice to have, but... So, he allowed us to explore places with pollution level A, and he was the investigator here. And we knew he was the investigator here because his face showed up on the investigation screen, but you didn't give me anything to block the pollution, even knowing that he was the one who allowed us to... Yeah, so his thought process of, oh, he let me live, it's not actually technically true. He actually died to save Gate, and then Gate brought him back to life, which, again, is completely different from, oh, well, he let me live. No, you died, actually. All right, we have 2,500. If we get through Blaze Heatnix, we might get a couple more Nightmare Souls, but not many. We'll have about 2,800 by the time we're done with that. If I wanted to do 3 parts... I'd have to go through the bonus area how many times? Because you get 600 per time you go through it. So 1 is 34, 40, 46, 52. So we'd only have to do 4 runs through the bonus area. I'll think about that in order to whatchamacallit. In order to be able to equip 3 parts in a limited part. So it may be worth it. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna have to find out. I'd have to think about which bonus stage I would go to, though, because the easiest one to get to is probably Amazon area, but we can't finish that one, so I don't think that's helping me in any way. Laser Institute's not particularly easy to get to because you got to do the dumb laser puzzle. North Pole area, I have to go down and around to get to. I have to get lucky with Central Museum. Recycle Lab is a nightmare. Probably Weapon Center's the easiest one to get to, and I'm not even sure if we can finish Blaze Heatnix's bonus area because I think you need either a double jump or an air dash there as well, so we'll see. Holding the stupid ball, eh? Yeah, you know, he didn't exactly have the smarts, I guess. I mean, he probably needed somebody to direct him, and that was why he was so loyal, which is fair. Never reached that part of college, literally got stuck in the gen ed course hells. That's what you do not get about America's education system. We have free education until college, then we pay ourselves, but we're bogged down by courses we literally won't need. Architectural engineering, why did you take English courses? See, the problem is that colleges aren't modeled based on the jobs you'll get after the fact. They're modeled based on research. So, like, the idea behind a lot of college coursework is that you will do research as a part of the college. So they're not training you for a job, they're training you to be a researcher. So that's why you have to take a lot of those gen ed courses, because a lot of those prepare you to do research in whatever field you're going to school for, even if all you want is the job. At least that's my understanding. I don't necessarily think that's the best way to do it, but that's usually how it goes. So, alright, so Energy Saver, Weapon Plus. We'll stick with this loadout. Yes, it doesn't have the shock buffer, but as long as I'm not stupid, I think we'll be okay. And let's go to the magma area and shred this donut mini-boss a few times. Don't worry, you dropped out once you realized how much you didn't care for learning the favorite food of the capital of England and wanted to just learn programming. They're training you to be miserably bored? Yeah, in a way, I guess, yeah. Depends on how much you like research. Some people enjoy it a lot. I know some people enjoy it a lot. I'm okay about it. I don't really care one way or the other. I know I'd rather just train for a job, but that's part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, because the program that I'm in, you get training for the job while also doing research, so you kind of just get the best of both worlds. So, worthless. Most people aren't going to do an iota of research. It's not realistic to have everyone learn how to research. I know, but that's the model, and we don't have, well, we have trade school. Excuse me. Trade school is literally just, they're training you literally to do that job, so you don't do any research, you just do the job. So we have trade school, but trade schools aren't like, in the United States anyway, trade schools aren't really valued as highly as colleges, and honestly, I think that's a shame, because like trade school, some people, research generally just, it isn't for everyone, so some people trade school is a better option, and they just won't know because they won't. We get 60 meteors out of this? Wow. 30 metal anchors too. But yeah, some people, trade school might be better for them, and they just won't know because they are never told trade school might be better for them. So, oh, I gotta charge up again. Okay. Alright, anyway. Okay, that one went off screen. Yeah, that does damage. If it hits the thing, that is. There we go. And doesn't go off screen in the process. I'm taking a lot of hits that I shouldn't be, but, you know. We'll get a full weapon heal at some point, and it'll be fine. But yeah, not only does it also, like, tracks a little bit to him, so if I fire it up like that, it'll keep hitting the parts that are behind the ones I can currently hit, you know, so that can be useful. I'm also probably still going to die to this thing because I've taken way too many hits, but I'm so used to shock buffer, you know. That's that one. And that's that one. Good. Well, we used a lot of metal anchors to do that, but you get the idea. It shreds a little bit. And we still have meteor rains and a bunch of Yamars and all that other stuff. So, and we'll get a full weapon refresh after we're done with this. So, all right. I'm just gonna wait and go up and over, and then die because I'm impatient and also wanted the full weapon heal because I know I have a checkpoint. So, should have gone to trade school. Now you're too cynical and you want to learn anything else right now. To learn anything else right now? Yeah. Honestly, I could. It's one of those things, you know, you get burnt out by it, and it's just really hard to go back to it, so. Kind of is, but it seems like an obtuse way to learn. Either, what are you talking about, college or trade school? Because I think it depends, honestly, too, on where you're at, so. Oh, good, I took damage from that from just hitting the ceiling. No iframes. Right, go away, fire. Thank you. And we'll wait a second. I didn't wait a second. I'm going to get squished if I go down there now. Okay. I have to actually make it to the next part. That's the thing. So, like, I can't keep getting impatient with it. So. The fire's on the left. Oh, good. It's like, I know I've seen this before. I've seen this horror movie before. So. Frankly, I think the video games can do so much more to help people learn these skills than most would think. People become almost religious about researching Roblox lore of all things. Yeah, you know, it depends on the person, but some people get really into that stuff, so yeah, I could see it. Come on, man, that logic, you've been burning out since your 20s. Yeah, and you know, it's kind of hard to come out of that burnout at certain points as well, you know, because it's just like, I don't know, what do I do? And then it just doesn't feel like there's options to figure out what to do, you know? Oh, okay. Oh, X, get out of there. Jesus Christ, we're never going to make it if we keep getting damage for 33% of our HP. I probably am just too used to the shock buffer, honestly, at this point, because I keep doing stupid stuff that would definitely not work out unless I have the shock buffer, so. I'm going to go up and over you. Seems better. So there's fire on the left. Okay. Okay, I took damage from him. That's better than taking damage from the fire. Okay, down we go. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to kill him again because these fires don't get in sync. They get in sync every couple of times, so. Let's see. It's not this time. Yeah, it's the next one. Did I miscount? I thought they synced up on that one. Okay, well, anyway. No, I shouldn't even have gotten those out. Because they're just going to get whacked by this thing, and then I'm going to have to get them out again. Guess I'll just take the hits then. Oops, okay, gotta go. Can I not just, like, take all of the damage here, please? I've got an E-tank. I could just use one of the, you know, the E-tank that I've got if I'm having this much trouble with this, though. How did I get through this before? I didn't have the shock buffer before. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'm just playing stupid right now. That's distinctly possible. It's not beyond me. I was playing stupid previously, so... I wish that didn't, like, erase my charge shot. That sucks. Gotta go. Oh. Said, nope, if I wait any longer, the fire is going to, and then it burned me. Alright, hang on. I need to look at these. Okay, so they don't sync up there. 1, 2, 3. So it went 4 that time. It only went 3 that time, though. 3. It went 2 that time. 4. So maybe it goes 4, 3, 3, 2, and then when it goes 2, that's when they're synced up. I guess I could have gone right there. I went too early. Damn it! Burnout in this economy? At certain points, live in a country that seems to hate you for existing. How do you get out of that? That's a good question. Yeah, financial, social, serious pressure these days. Dumb as it feels to say it like that, but yeah, it is. I mean, it's true. So it's. I mean, it may seem like it's dumb to say it like that, but it's true. So it's kind of, you know, not much you can do in that department. Social pressure means nothing new. Rampant racism and transphobia, on the other hand. Yeah, that's not good. That's what we said, but still. Can't you just talk to someone? Nope, apparently not sometimes. Nope, last therapist was a wash. Oh, jeez. That's not good either. And it's tough when you can't get, like, the resources that you need to actually, you know, do what you want to do. Like, if you don't have, if you know, or if you go to therapy and you don't have a good therapist, so that doesn't help either. Or just, okay. So, sorry, I had to interrupt myself to just get myself going there. Because I missed that guy's hitbox by, like, a pixel. Alright, I'll wait here while I charge. Eating my EMRs, but oh yeah, that's right, I can't charge because if I have to press R1 to use the EMRs again, it eats my charge. So we have to do it this way. Okay, that works. I think it, honestly, I think it was just me being impatient that was causing me to die like a whole bunch just now, so. You know, I could probably just like, well, see now it's gonna do, okay, it did 1. Is that one just random? It seems like it. I'm just gonna go. I don't really care and you know, I shouldn't have cared because I have a life recover right here. I have a limited part that literally just takes care of this whole situation for me. So why was I putzing around? Can I get through this without taking damage? I don't know. Okay. Ooh. Saw my light flash before my eyes just now for a second. And again. I think it might actually be better for me to do Meteor Rain this time. I mean, it's doing work, but I'm also taking lots of damage in the process, so maybe it would be better to just do whatchamacallit. Well, maybe it would be better to actually be good at the video game. That would be helpful. But maybe it would be better to just do the Metal Anchor. It seemed to do massive damage the last time, so... I got complacent, I guess, after the last time when I was doing so well at this. Okay. I'm gonna go up this way. I think the only one that's left is the one that's on the top left now, so I'm just gonna follow it. I was going to Metal Anchor it as well, but now I have to be careful because I don't have any life recover and I don't have any E-tanks. That's not gonna work. I didn't hit it. Okay, hang on. Didn't hit it that time either. Okay. Well, hold on. Oh, just hit the thing with the anchor, please. Stop being stupid. Just hit the damn... This is really dumb. Like, I think I'm just being really dumb, honestly, at this point. Nope, okay, yeah. That was literally just, like, I could have waited another nanosecond, probably, and actually hit that thing, instead of just doing whatever I just did, so. You know what, and the other thing, too, is that my muscle memory is... And you know what would have just happened if I had just died from that projectile that it just hit me with at the end there? I would have had to do that whole section over again, even though I destroyed the robot. So I shouldn't have got impatient. That's the point that I'm making. But I got complacent because of the fact that I had Ultimate Buster, and I'm so used to just being able to just shoot, you know? Last therapist Wash, first red flag, literally told him, feels like your soul's exhausted, and he said, when you say that, it makes you sound like you don't want help. Question the validity and worth of their degrees when they say something like that. Yeah, I can imagine. Go and say it didn't improve after that. Yeah, no. Loaded question, but there is a point. Do need to want the help on a level beyond I need to do this now. Wasn't focusing on anything that even could have helped. Seemed like he just wanted you to accept that life is shitty. Hard part about that job is that you have to consistently give a crap about other people. Yeah, and sometimes there's just days where that's really difficult just because of your own circumstances, so... But that's why they pay you the big bucks, right? So, I don't know. Just seemed inept at caring. Most therapists you've had are just trying super hard to challenge your worldview and get you to accept theirs. Yeah, challenge worldview I can see a point to, accept theirs not so much. Like, no, we really shouldn't accept being a frog in boiling water despite being more or less shoved in there. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Alright, so this weapon plus energy saver thing isn't working out quite as much as I hoped it would. Which is a shame, but well, there's not much I can do at this point with 1 HP left, so... But if we keep getting checkpoints, it doesn't matter. It'll make it easier for us to just, you know, go forward from here. What do I want to use on a stage like this? I'm going to try Meteor Rain again, and just see if it does decently. So... Like, I just feel so sluggish now because I don't have Ultimate Buster, so I can't just, like, immediately... Okay. And also, I'm getting damaged like a crazy person because I'm, again, so used to having the shock buffer that... X, yeah, go up. Thank you. I forgot. They respawn. Well, I mean, it's doing good damage. It's just not as good as I was hoping it would be. It's probably better when it's standing still in terms of doing damage. And probably the metal anchor is just the better option in both cases, you know? I could just do this. That works. Just like leave traps for it, you know? Okay, that one's dead. I'm also almost dead. I just looked at my health bar. No. If he hadn't teleported, we would have been fine, so. Honestly, probably swearing off of therapy for a while should not change as much as you do when you... charge as much as you do when you suck at your job. No therapist worth $90 an hour just because they have a degree. Yeah, it seems like a lot of money if they're not really going to help you, you know what I mean? Hey Dakota, how you doing? Welcome back. We are back in Blaze Heatnix's stage. This is the last Maverick we have to take on. I put on Energy Saver, which was probably a mistake, honestly. But that's fine, you know, because Shock Buffer just would have helped me so much more, evidently, since I'm, you know, being bad at the video game. Actually, that time him dodging made it easier on me. Okay. I guess I pressed up somewhere in there. That's not gonna happen. I wonder if this is the point where Meteor Rain takes over. Okay, I can't do anything with that. It would do good if I could keep the other thing on the screen long enough to actually let the damage rack up. Yeah, like that. Actually. There. It just took a little bit of patience. How about that? So. Honestly, not a professional, just have one sight class and a few spare craps to give. Sometimes that feels a little bit better than what you get from other people, quite honestly. So, went back to work today, and while your work friends made you feel good, you still got super dizzy and felt gross. I can imagine after all the stuff you've been through, I could see it, you still feeling kind of like not great going back. So hopefully you continue to get better, hopefully, at this point. If you'll excuse you, it's kind of goofy that we're here discussing society over tea while he's fighting giant robots over there. Not that it isn't real conversation. No, it's good real conversation, honestly. It's just it's an interesting point to be talking about that stuff when I'm sitting over here fighting a giant donut 4 times in a row. Same with your own. Actually sounds crappy. Yeah, I mean, Dakota didn't have a good time, so I can imagine it's not the best situation. So, antibiotics and infection are just really making you feel terrible. Yeah. Make sure you get your biotics back after the antibiotics, too. Like, make sure you... Because when you, take antibiotics, and I don't know how you feel about yogurt, and I don't know how you feel about, you know, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, all that stuff, but when you take antibiotics, your gut health goes down because it's killing the good and the bad bacteria, so you have to reestablish that by, first of all, having probiotics. So if you eat yogurt or anything like that that has a culture in it, that has probiotics in it. But you have to feed the probiotics on the way down so that they don't just decide to start eating everything in sight and giving you gas when they get back to your intestine. So you eat something that's a whole grain, or you eat something that has insoluble fiber in it, and then you drink yogurt or you have a probiotic pill or whatever you do for probiotics, and that helps reestablish the gut stuff. So yeah, probiotics and prebiotics, don't forget those. Everybody talks about the probiotics. Don't forget the prebiotics. They're just as important. You don't feed those probiotics, they'll just give you a lot of gas and stomach upset. So you gotta feed them too. They're not happy passengers unless you feed them. Where did the anchor just go just now? But yeah, that's the idea behind the anchor in this part, is that it'll go down below into the lava where I can't go and deal damage while I'm, you know, just kind of trying to not die. Speaking of not die, I'm going to die right now because he's going to come up in the center. Oh, okay. And I'm out of anchors. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe this will work a little better. No, because it stops at a platform. Why? Why do all platforms block bullets in this game? Like, what do they make them out of? Like, they didn't used to do that, did they? Anyway. Yeah, fruit and yogurt. So the yogurt in that case would have the culture, so that would be the probiotics. The fruit would have the insoluble fiber in it. And any fruit or vegetable is basically equal parts soluble and insoluble fiber, so they'll both help. The insoluble fiber is the stuff that the probiotics eat on the way down. That's the prebiotics, so... I honestly feel like the Yamars were doing better in this particular section at just dealing damage, but I could be wrong about that. I mean, to be fair, I have like 50 of these things left, so... Okay, that one part is done. It's just going to be the bottom parts again that are going to be the problem, as usual. So... I was gonna say, where do you want me to go? Okay, that's fine. I didn't die. I got back up. I don't know if I owned him yet, but I did in fact get back up. So, I'm just holding that in case there's a nightmare at the top of this thing that I need to damage, so. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like I'm gonna have to take some risks here in order to get this thing down, but that seems silly. Like, how am I gonna do this without the lava killing me? Like, what do I do in this circumstance? Because the anchor's just gonna bounce off the platform, so like... I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out as we go higher. I was gonna say, go faster, X, because we gotta get off the platform before the lava kills us. Okay, I got the damage off. And now I'm gonna die, because there was a nightmare there, and I wasn't looking at him. Oh boy. This stage theme was so wasted. Been so distracted it's almost 9 p.m. and you haven't finished your dinner, gonna eat what's left of it and go to bed. Sounds like a plan, Marie. Yeah, sorry for distracting you. Hope you get some rest. We'll still be here for a little bit, as I can plainly see from what we've done, so... Mostly it just feels like acid. It's in Ouroboros, by the way. Okay, got acid maybe. Been there maybe once. It sucked bad. Yeah, acid's not really a lot of fun. Oh, the robot snake. It's eating its own tail. Yeah, so we call it a donut, but yeah, it's definitely an Ouroboros. It's eating its own tail. It's a little snake guy. So grow peppers, so you eat a lot of the peppers. Yeah, and those might give you a little bit of acid reflux depending on what's in them. But I don't know. I've found personally, just from getting, I've been kind of, while I've been doing this nutrition stuff, I've been trying to get my gut health better, because if you look back at some of the older streams, like back when I was doing my GameCube projects and stuff, my gut health was not great. I was having a lot of gastrointestinal problems that sometimes actively interrupted streams and forced me to go use the restroom for the space of 45 minutes. So it was not good, and I had to fix it, and I did fix it for the most part anyway. There's still very seldomly some slight gastrointestinal things, but I've actually been... I know how to correct it now because I've been doing nutrition in classes and stuff, so... And it's what I'm training to do in terms of a job, so I have a little bit of experience with it, I guess. Alright, I gotta get out of here, get out of my way. Get out of my way. There. Okay, so both of the top parts are down now. And that was the biggest fuck you I've ever seen in my life. Because, like, you're on the platform and I don't have enough iframes to get off the platform. I was just trying to see if the metal anchor would go down from there, but I think I need to be, like, halfway down the screen in order for it to do anything at all. Maybe the ray arrow would work okay there? I don't know. Just thought of it as the donut due to the lack of animations, but you see it now. Oh, there you go. Rarely get heartburn anymore. Mega Man X6 in a nutshell. How do I do this? And it killed me. Well, it's good that you don't get heartburn very much anymore, because that's a lot of that sometimes is just from, like, acid kind of coming back up, so... Okay, I got that one quick. It's not the bottom ones that the trouble, or the top ones that the trouble lies, though. The trouble lies in those bottom. Like, I can't inflict damage on the bottom one in that particular section. There's just nothing I can do to inflict damage in that sequence there. I should have done more damage to the bottom one there, though, because he was merciful and actually came up high enough for me to do something about it. And I didn't take damage from the lava there, so actually this is the best sequence we've had so far. Now I just need to survive long enough to hit that bottom left one. What do I use for that? I'm going to try the Meteor Rain again. Maybe I'll try Ray Arrow if the Meteor Rain isn't really working out here. And I don't see it working out because it's going to hit the platform and stop, as you can see there. I'm going to try Ray Arrow because it might be able to go through platforms. I don't remember if it can or it can't, but it might. I mean, I'm out of ideas at this point, quite honestly. Like, other than just risk the damage here, still not get anything out of it. Let's see, so that bounces off of platforms. And it did no damage there. That, thank you. And now I'm taking way too much damage while I'm trying to experiment with this. Okay, but what... Okay, I was gonna say, but what do I do here now? As I say, you're one hit away. Please just go away. Okay, we've reached the top of the screen. Now what? Is the lava gonna stop? Okay, it does in fact stop. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how to get the anchors to go over there. What do I do there? Like, do I dash jump over to the side there and just hug the wall, I guess? I'm confused. I'm very confused. I swear I've seen somebody do this before as Unarmored X. Like, there's no way that Maverick Hunter got through this without doing this. He did this. I know he did this. I swear his anchors went, like, different directions. My anchors just seem to be going off the screen. Maybe I'm shooting them in the wrong place. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb like usual. Got rid of that one. Almost did. And then I missed the platform as I'm trying to go. Really. He was being merciful, and I go and throw it all away because I can't, like, look 2 feet in front of me to make sure I get on the platform. What you gather, you'll be a rather unhappy camper once you reach a certain age. Big fan of pastries and cheese. Okay. Well, I mean, pastries and cheese, they've got saturated fat in them, so you can manage it as long as you don't eat too much other saturated fat for the rest of the day after them. A lot of nutrition is just knowing what you've already eaten in the day so that you know not to continue to eat that so that it doesn't clog up your arteries or do something you don't want it to do. So, world without pizza or cheap Chinese, how will I live? Well, you don't have to be without them, so... Eat prunes and oatmeal and be crabby, probably. Eat a bunch of spicy foods and rarely ever have any issues going in or out. Don't know what the magic is. Hey, that's a good thing, though. I don't know what the magic is either, but I wouldn't question it at that point. I'd be like, okay, you know what? No, this works. So, very poor level design. It's just X6 being amazingly polished and ultimately crafted. Does Ground Dash do anything? Good question. I'm going to try Ground Dash this time. I'm going to get rid of the top parts first because Yamara option just annihilates them, and then once I get rid of the top parts, I'm going to try Ground Dash because, like, you shoot a little, not a little, it's a big boulder that you shoot in front of you. Or, like, a slab, I don't know, some kind of rock thing. Yeah, see, like, look how quickly that annihilates that one. If I can just get the one close enough to the Yamars for me to be able to take some pot shots, like, nope, not here, because he didn't go far up enough for me to be able to do anything, so. Yep, that one's already gone. The one below that was taking a good chunk of damage too. Maybe here. But then I was gonna say, but then if I'm not careful, I take damage from the lava. So, I mean, if I stayed on the platform there, I probably could have gotten some damage off, but like, gotta take a few risks here, I guess. Okay, I took a few risks. I did some damage. I'm happy with that. That was all the risk I wanted to take there. I could feel the lava tickling my feet at that point. Okay, I got a little damage off on the bottom one. Nope, platform's gonna block it. Okay, well, we've done a little bit. I haven't got a chance to test out the ground dash thing yet, but maybe soon. I'll get rid of that part while it's there. Good. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Why? Just why? Not so bad. Already make sure to vary your diet. Don't like repeating meals even with leftovers. And you know, honestly, in a way, that's good because that variety will probably mean that since you're eating a variety of foods, you're not always getting the same thing over and over again. And don't like... The thing with nutrition that we try to talk about is that because it's dynamic and it's like, okay, just know what you ate before so you don't eat too much of the same, you know, stuff that's not good for you after. It means you don't ever have to like fully cut foods out unless you're allergic to them. If you're allergic to them, you have a pretty good excuse to cut them out, even if you like them, because you don't want to be like having an allergy attack. That wouldn't be good. But I should be doing damage to the bottom one. But other than that, we try not to, you know, we try to discourage people from saying, well, I have to outright cut out meat or I have to outright cut out this because, I mean, food's food. If it feeds you, it's good. It doesn't matter as long as it's affordable enough for you to get to it, even if it's not good for you. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Even if it's not necessarily good for you, it's better than going without, you know what I mean? So, no, I shouldn't be doing what I just did. What I should have done there is I should have seen the writing on the wall, dash jumped over, and then jumped off of the wall to get to the platform that I was trying to get to with a regular jump that never ever would have worked in any universe. I don't know what I was thinking, so probably break on everything and not be useful. You know, I'm going to try it right now, actually, because I genuinely want to see, because before it only did one hit to the nightmares that we were fighting, so I want to see what it does. 2 damage. Okay, well, that's not Storm Tornado. God, I wish I had Storm Tornado right now. I mean, I think it did a little bit more damage there. And actually, you know, you might be right, though, because if I shoot it here and I let it go, it'll slowly go over to the other one, and that might not be terrible. So, like, if I shoot it at the correct angle, it'll probably hit the one in the bottom corner. Okay, well, that's what I was trying to do the last time, and I guess now we can obviously see that would not have worked. Okay, we'll just use the Mars for a little bit, but... I love bacon. Like, really fatty meats make you feel really good. Yeah, the body loves fat, genuinely. The body loves the taste of fat, the smell of fat, honestly, sometimes the body loves too. Everything about fat the body loves, because it's so easy for the body to store fat. It's literally already encapsulated for the body, so the body needs to do no work. With anything else, with like carbs or like even proteins can be stored as fat, and with anything else, the body's like, oh, I gotta do work to get this into the system if I need to store it, and with fat, it's just like, oh good, it's already done for me. So the body loves fat. It's like a biological mechanism too, because fat was harder to come by, like in ancient times when our bodies were biologically programmed to really start to like it a lot, so we're still stuck with those biological mechanisms, and that's what's again, what do I do there? Okay, well, at least I got out of there. We might actually get it this time. I shouldn't have said that, because now it's not going to be merciful for like 6 million years, and I'm going to fall in the lava again and die. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have said anything, because now I'm on death's door again, and all he has to do is come up one time the wrong way, and then that's it. I'm just gonna wait and use the Yamars when it comes back up. Maybe? No. Oh, that's not good. Damn it. And yeah, dead. I probably, if I had crept a little closer to him there, I probably could have gotten contact with the Yamars and him, or maybe the metal anchor would have bounced into him there. But, like, I definitely could have done it there. I just... Pretty sure you have minor intolerance for red meat. It's not awful, but it's kind of like that feeling before a cold hits. Yeah, and I mean, it might just be something in the red meat or the fats in it or something like that that's just bothering your system, you know. So... But some people do. They just have a slight intolerance for certain things. It's not awful. It's just enough to make it, you know, it's noticeable. Awful enough to be noticeable, you know. I think maybe like 30% of the shots that I just took there actually landed. Yeah, again, I think I maybe got like 2 damage off there. I'm just gonna focus on surviving. I'm gonna try to focus on surviving. I just saw the flash of red as I just said. I'm gonna try to focus on surviving because I was like, nope, not gonna get this opportunity again. And yeah, as you can see, there's the opportunity that I missed right there. Maybe I should have ground dashed there actually. Like when it does that, maybe that's where I ground dash so that it goes up in that direction. I'm just afraid to take the Mars off because then I'll get eaten alive by the nightmares. Okay, this is, yeah, that one's gonna get destroyed this time. So. Maybe. No. It's gonna do it again. Oh, that's right. Well, I guess I'm sharing a platform with him first. So can you move, please? I'm gonna die again. I'm getting the ground dash out. This was a mistake. Oh, I'm not dead yet. Never mind. Let's see. I missed some chat, sorry. Supposed to eat more fat because you're generally underweight, extremely lean naturally. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, and I see, honestly, like... It could also just be because you want to make sure that you don't have any... Like, they could be recommending more fat to make sure that any of your fat-soluble vitamins also get in there. Because when you're really lean naturally like that, sometimes there's a little bit of difficulty with getting fat-soluble vitamins in you as well. It could be because of the fact that you're lean. It could be because your body doesn't absorb fat as well. Or it could be because of the fact that you're just naturally stocky, honestly. So, yeah, like you said... Always said that you're built like a dwarf. Probably lose 10 to 20 pounds by your 30s to avoid some issues later in life, but otherwise okay, probably. Well, and it depends, because actually, if you're older, like a senior citizen, so 65 and above, if you're closer to the, like, overweight side of normal than you are to the underweight side of normal, you actually have higher survival chances overall, because there's more weight that you can lose if you get sick, basically, so... There's less, like when you're more closer to the underweight side, if you start losing weight because you get sick when you're older, it starts to become like almost protein wasting at some points, depending on how sick you get. So, yeah. Onions and lettuce make you feel nasty? I wonder what it would be about lettuce. Lettuce is mostly water. I don't know then. Maybe it's just the roughage in them. 6'1", about 145. Earlier this year, around January, you were 124. Ooh, yeah, that's a ways down for 6'1". So, like 5'5", just about everyone is taller than you, but also like 210, so still have mass. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't worry too much in terms of the losing weight part. It's more a matter of, like, quite honestly, I think the main thing that I have to do more of the nutrition therapy classes so I can start doing my counseling more. But when I do more of them, I think the main thing that we are going to start stressing with, like when you are first seeing somebody, is less the, well, we got to have you lose weight, and more the, well, if you feel fuller when you eat stuff, you won't eat as much, and then you won't necessarily have to lose the weight conscientiously, because you'll just be doing it yourself, you know what I mean? Because you'll be eating something that makes you feel fuller. So like more fiber in the diet, basically, is I guess the recommendation I could make there. And again, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional at this yet, so I can't fully say one way or the other whether I'm just not just spouting bullshit, you know? So that's what he did. That's it right there. So whatever we just did there, when there's like a staircase of platforms, that's how it works. Okay, nope, I get it now. I understand. I have to wait for the staircase. This is Stairway to Heaven is what this is. Okay, I'm going to take contact from you so I can get out of here, because that would have led to a very gruesome death if I had not done that. I'm not going to shoot the anchor here. It wouldn't have worked, so... But yeah, it looks like in certain situations I can get him in a spot where I can fire the anchor and it'll actually do what I want it to do. So, oh. I wasn't looking at my feet. I need to be paying attention. I can't just be talking. It doesn't work. Not about weight, it's about body composition. Yeah, because honestly, you can be healthy at any body weight. It doesn't really matter what your body weight is. If you are physically healthy, like you're not showing signs of I'm tired all the time, and you're not showing signs of I don't feel like I can do the things I used to do, that sort of stuff, then you can be healthy. It doesn't really matter what your weight is, you know what I mean? It's about feeling correct in the body that you're in. So the whole, well, you have to lose weight thing is like a 20 or 25-year-old artifact of the industry at this point. So, you know. Hang on, I see that, Dakota. Give me 1 sec. The donut demands my attention. Sound like Homer Simpson over here. Okay, so this is where we switch up to the anchor. And this is also where I take contact damage so I don't die to the lava. Because the lava deals a lot more contact damage than he does. I don't know what just happened there. I don't know what to even think at this point. Rice is your favorite, it's super filling, and you can season it or add beans for a nice stack. Yeah, and the nice thing, actually, so rice and beans. Funny story about rice and beans, right? The reason why it's been so, like, they've been cultivated together for so many years in, like, agriculture, in human existence, really, is because the amino acid content of rice is actually very good for you. It has almost all of the essential amino acids that your body can't make on its own, except for one. And the one that the rice doesn't have, beans have in spades, so they complement each other, like, perfectly. It's a perfect biological complement of amino acids for the human body, so yeah. There's a reason why they've been grown together for so many thousands of years, basically. This is an anchor one. Didn't do much damage, but it did a little bit. I gotta switch on the pause screen more often, switch weapons, because that, like, actually works pretty well. Oh, that worked very well, because it hit the other part, too. Okay. Okay. Fire a couple and then get the heck out of here. Oh, it's almost dead. Oh my god. Yeah, the anchor's working out. I just need to, like, do it right, like that. That's not gonna work. Wouldn't it have been really funny if it, like, rolled around the whole screen and then actually like, actually did something there? I gotta charge up in case there's more nightmares, because I'm sure there'll be more coming up in just a second. No. Didn't quite hit the platform. There. That's lovely. Alright, now get rid of these guys. And we can move on with our lives, but if you thought the donut was over, the donut is never over. Not in this stage, anyway. Yeah, rice and beans are, in fact, a 10 out of 10 food. They go together like, what's the opposite of oil and water? Well, they go together like rice and beans, really. So that you do, but it could be another either diet, depression, or both. Trying to make yourself eat better portions, especially with dairy. I'll tell you one thing that you could do portion-wise. We have bigger plates and smaller plates in my kitchen. If you use a smaller plate, like there's plates that are just gigantic, and I use them when I cook food because I just need the space to put all the raw food on it so that I could then cook it. And then when I eat, I use the smaller plates. And genuinely that helps because you can load the plate up and still not eat as much as you ate on the bigger plates. So if you don't have other like tableware and you just have the plates that you have normally, like look at the size of them and then try going to the store and finding something that's just a little bit smaller, like barely perceptible but still smaller, you know what I mean? See if that makes a difference, because genuinely that's like a life hack thing. That's like, that takes no effort. Well, okay, it takes effort because you have to buy the tableware, but like that's one of those things. So yeah, I knew you were onto something with the small plates. Exactly. Yep. Smaller plates mean smaller portion sizes, and that means that you eat and you still feel, your body tricks yourself at that point. You feel full because you ate, you cleaned your plate, but you didn't quite eat as much as you did. So I think meteor rain will work better in this room because, as you'll see in a second, we have to deal with the donut again, but the donut's below me, so now I can control when it comes out of the ground. I just need to actually like hit the shots. So maybe this is, hang on, maybe if I do it this way. Okay, yeah, that's the way you do it right there. Okay. Because Meteor Rain will work really well if I kind of get him slightly off the platform like this, and then just do that. Because it'll go all the way down into the lava with him, too, so... Oh, this is perfect. If I can aim the shot, line the shot up right. Yeah, there we go. Look at that damage. Okay, that side's done. Oh. Okay, well. Got it! See how much simpler that was? Why couldn't that have been like 2 of the boss fights? Alright, we've got 1 hit left, and we're definitely going to die to the boss here, but by comparison to the donuts that we were just fighting, the Ouroboros, this is... I don't remember this being very difficult, personally, so... Mackerel's so good added into the rice. I've never had mackerel, personally. I'll have to try it at some point. No, it's unhealthy, but mix A1 sauce with Taco Bell fire sauce when you're making dirty rice, and it's just so good. Probably a lot of that is the salt, too, because if the body craves something as much as it craves fat, it craves salt. Because salt is, like, one of the most... It's really important for your body's fluid balance, but at the same time, your body retains it. The only way to get rid of salt is to drink more water, and then you're just diluting your blood. So, like... Your body's kidneys are literally... They literally function in such a way that they retain salt. So, like, you know... They get rid of it if you have too much of it, but they try to retain as much as they can. So if you eat a lot of salt, well, your body keeps it, and it sticks it more in the bloodstream, and that's how people end up with hypertension. So, sugar, salt, and cheese are your 3 horsemen. Cheese is fantastic. Cheese is a really good source of protein, too, though, so, like, don't sleep on cheese. And it actually helps for people who have a little bit of lactose intolerance, because a lot of the lactose in there has already been eaten as the cheese is processed by the bacteria or the yeast or whatever they use to curdle it. So, well, maybe not curdle it, but make the cheese. So, use smallish paper plates because you're lazy. Well, smallish plates, as we said, the portion sizes. So maybe what you need to do is get bigger plates, paper plates then. So, the canned mackerel has oils and stuff that season it up. See, that sounds nice, actually, the oils and stuff. You have low-ish blood pressure? Gotcha. So it might be a salt thing, too. Excuse me, because usually... So what it is, I know I'm supposed to be playing the video game, but what it is when you take your blood pressure, you have systolic, which is the first number, and that's your arteries pumping the blood, and then you have diastolic, which is the relaxing state after it's pumped the blood. So the pressure at systolic and diastolic are what it's reading. The first number, systolic, pumps out. Diastolic is the second number, relaxes. So if your diastolic is low, it's probably because you have low salt. That's not always true, but probably like 80% of the time, if your if your diastolic is low, it's because you haven't had enough salt that day. I don't know what it is if your systolic is low, because that's just weak pressure in your arteries, and I don't know what would do that. Maybe just a weak heartbeat. I think normally the systolic would be much higher, typically. So in the hospital, you're like 112/60. Yeah, and that's fine. That's in the normal range, so you're good. So the diastolic in that case is a little low, but that could be because you were in the hospital. Usually when you go to the hospital, you don't have the right electrolyte balance to begin with because you've been feeling sick or something like that. So that diastolic being at 60 isn't surprising. Anyway, Blaze Heatnix. Sorry, I was talking nutrition and dietetics, so... Well, it took a lot of effort to get here, I'll tell you what, so... Although I was ordered not to kill, the donut keeps killing for me, so I've been really bored this whole time. How would I know? Okay, anyway. So he'll summon the magma stream. I don't think I can keep this up, yeah. I think what I need to do is I actually need to, like, destroy that before it becomes a problem, so... You know what I should have done is that instead of doing Energy Saver on this stage, I should have just kept Ultimate Buster, because then my muscle memory probably wouldn't be so off as it is now. Weak heartbeat with your family history 40-plus years, meaning heart attacks? That would suck. Well, usually... I'm trying to think in terms of, like, if a weak heartbeat could cause a heart attack. I don't think it's usually weak heartbeat that causes heart attack, so... Where are you going? Still got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, don't got it. Definitely don't got it if that's what I'm doing. Good lord, man. 4, 5, 6, 7. But yeah, this is the gist of this boss fight. Isn't this fun? If I had Ultimate Buster, though, this would probably already be over. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to go over him. I was gonna say, where did you go? He faked me out. You've always hated this boss's sprite. I feel like they wasted like a teeny tiny little sprite on... He's a phoenix. He's supposed to be cool looking. Like, what is that? I wonder... You know what I wonder, though? Is I wonder if I can destroy his fireballs with the Z-Saber? Maybe. Like, just get in front of him, just whack him upside the head with the Z-Saber a whole bunch, you know? Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oop. Okay. Well, I got damage off. Okay, I need to, like... I'm just gonna take it. Oh, I took contact damage from him instead of the lava. Alright. At that point, it's like, okay, listen. Dumb fuck. You fell in the lava twice. What are you doing? The boss is supposed to be easy compared to the hell you went through to get here. I think it's just that I'm tired at this point, honestly. Having done that stage for, like, as long as we did Metal Shark Players stage, I think it just... It's like, okay, listen. Yeah, no, he's supposed to look cooler than this. You're a phoenix. What are you doing? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't mean to use the ray arrow there. But, well, worked out okay. I'll just wait here. So you can do 3. How does he know where I'm going? Are you reading my inputs, Capcom? Gotta go start some laundry and give your cat his nightly pills. Alright, sounds like a plan, Dakota. We'll see you when you get back. Hopefully we won't still be in this damn room by the time you get back, but I'll let you know. Like, I'm definitely tired at this point, though. I can just feel it, you know what I mean? Like... Alright, Axe, please charge up a full shot. I mean, we're gonna need a full shot to do that. This is as cooperative as he's ever been. Just gonna stand here and take the hits. Okay. Maybe not, if I'm just gonna do that. Okay. There he goes again. Okay. So I need to go up, but if I had gone up there, he probably would have been up. Alright. I don't know, man. I need to charge faster because he shoots the thing too fast. Maybe if I go to the other side of the screen from where he's standing, like if I stay on this platform, if he's going to be on the right side, maybe I'll have more room to dodge. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm going to try that. Nah. He charges it up just barely faster than I do. Don't fall in the lava, X. It's like, I know he's gonna go down. I don't know how to dodge that. I don't know what to do in this situation. Like, what? Because the second I pick, he's going too fast. If I pick wrong... How do you know where he's coming from? Because there doesn't seem to be any way to know. Am I just stupid? I think I'm just stupid. This isn't even him at level 4 either. They go up to level 4. His level is currently level 3. Gonna do 4? Oh, okay. He went down, around, and up, explicitly because I was standing there. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but we're gonna have to do something right, because I ain't doing that whole donut thing again. I should have come here with shock buffer. I don't know why I decided it was such a good idea to be like, oh, I need to use energy saver because I'm gonna need all the weapons. Like, just die. You'll get a full weapon tank when you die. Chat, am I stupid? Chat instincts say yes. Yeah, well, chat instincts are probably right in this situation. Okay, chat, is he stupid? Because what was that? The game took mercy on me. Okay, I don't know why he just decided to do his ultimate like 6 million times in a row and then was just like, I'm just gonna do nothing this time, but I'll take it. Sometimes you just get lucky. Let's go gambling. He's a dumb bot. Damage received, 999. You don't say. Anyway, we get the Magma Blade for doing that, so now the Z-Saber, it's not upgraded because you still have to use it like a special weapon, but it does more damage than the regular Z-Saber does, so. For the hotspot? What's the hotspot? We were in the magma area. Victims of what? He improved him to do what exactly? Because was he improving him to kill things? There's a typo there. If the game's script has like a lot of typos in it, so I'm not really shocked if there were typos. So, all right. So I forget how many souls did it say we had. I think we can check actually if we go to the rescue page. We cannot. Okay. I didn't look at my save menu. I probably should have, so I could see how many we had. But, let's see. So if we go back here now, the fire effect is in here. So instead, let's go to Anami Temple and see if the spotlight effect is still on. Oh, hang on. Let me fix my parts here again, because I don't need weapon energy saver or weapon plus in this particular case. I'm just going to go back to what I was using, shock buffer and ultimate buster, because that seems to work very well. So, yeah, let's go to the bonus area here because we can get the life up. And then after that, I think we might even be able to get the heart tank here too. I could be wrong about that, but I'm just going to go exploring as long as the searchlight effect isn't on. Because if the searchlight effect is on still, that's a shame, because I'm going to need to find out like how to turn that off, so I can actually see where I'm going. Because if I can't see where I'm going, I don't know where to go to get all the stuff. So, oh, right, back to Ultimate Buster now. Now I can just press the button again. Boy, that feels so much nicer. Oh, the searchlight effect is still here. Okay, see ya. All right, how do I fix this? How do I fix this mistake I've made? I didn't look at my souls again. I should have done that while I was in the pause menu. I can do it on the save screen if I just manually save now. Let's see. We have 2,876 souls, so 34, 40, 46, 52. Yeah, so if I wanted to get 3 parts, which would probably give me a nice buffer for the final stages, I could do that. Let's see. No, I want Nightmare Effects. I was going to go to the parts guide again. That's not right. X6, Nightmare Effects. Here we go. Let's see. We want Rainy Turtlelight's stage. Okay, Spotlight. We don't want that. Mirror. So the only way to get rid of the spotlight is if I go to Shield Sheldon stage, it looks like, and get the mirror effect instead, which is the one where the copies follow you around, which is just as annoying, quite honestly, but at least I'll be able to see where I'm going, and we can take care of those by just having Guard Shell out, so I guess we'll go do that. While I'm here, I wonder if I should go to the bonus area again. Because like now that I don't have to grab anything, I can just go straight through and then I could fight the bonus boss. But then that would take care of one of the 4. Although honestly, I kind of want to try just taking on the lab stages without the whatchamacallit first, by just having the 2 parts. But I mean that could be stupid, but. And we're getting some Nightmare Souls out of this, too, so that's helpful. You ever play or see Tunic? Was going to finish up the first part of that game after this. I've seen it. I haven't played it personally. I said maybe one of these days I'll try it out, but I haven't tried it out yet, so. Should probably do that with the Z-Saber. Can I destroy these with ground dash, or are the red ones not? Oh, they are destroyable, okay. Oh, that's right, the red ones, I forgot. The red ones explode when you destroy them. Oh, I have to get rid of that too, hang on. Guess I can show the Magma Blade while I'm at it. So, it's basically just the Z-Saber, but it has an extra couple of frames on the end of it. You can't really see it there, but yeah, it shoots out some fireballs. So the fireballs that it shoots out can actually be helpful, because they can, like, allow you to go places you... or not go places, but they can allow you to hit things that you wouldn't have hit otherwise. And it can keep you safer as well than you would have been. Whoops. Gotta kind of do that manually, because of... got this Ultimate Buster going on. Okay, that is it. Alright, cool. Ow. Ow. Well, you know, that box isn't hurting me as it is now, so it's just the robots around that are hurting me. Okay. X, can you, like, hit something, please? Thank you. And, you know, I have a life recover that I could use here as well, so I'm not really opposed to the idea of standing in light bulbs like I am right now. Plus, we get a checkpoint as soon as we go down here, so... That's right. Either you guys gonna move, or... Yep. gotta get off this platform before it. I don't know why I just did that. Why did I walk off like a dumbass? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me either. Well, okay. Just gonna get the heck out of here. But yeah, I figure we'll go to the bonus area. We've already seen the bonus area in this stage, but if we go here again, it's one of the 4, so that way I can just get my insurance while I also get the nightmare effect that I want from Rainy Turtlewood stage. So how do I get this without dying? Oh, like that. Okay, that works. Oh, and those don't get hit by that. Interesting. Can't reach you. I can reach you like that. Okay. That'll work. Hey, Conker. How goes the game? Oh, it's kicking my ass as usual, but that's okay. It's what I expected, quite honestly, so... Deuces to that. Game good. Little chats about society and health, yeah. We've been having some good conversation in chat tonight so far. Game, we've beaten all 8 Mavericks, so we have access to the final stages. I'm just going through and getting nightmare effects so I can get the bonus areas, so I can fight this guy. Dynamo from X5 is back again. I mean, if you watch me play the game before, you already know that he's here, but... He's been looking for Nightmare Souls, because apparently he's just a Nightmare Soul collector. I was going to say a treasure hunter, but I don't know if that's right about Nightmare Souls. So, I don't know if it's discretion with you so much as you just run away from things when they don't work out for you. Why don't we not? I get the feeling it's me, but, you know... So he's weak to the Meteor Rain. If you use it twice, he'll drop 200 now, Nightmare Souls. Once you've used it, I think 3 times, he won't drop them anymore, so you can get a maximum of 600 from him. Whoops, a little too close. But yeah, generally the best way to fight him is to just duck where he's standing and then just shoot the Meteor Rain, and that's enough. Because you'll get the Nightmare Souls and then he just gets stuck. So, what can I say? The man just doesn't like water getting into his circuits. I think that's fair. Excuse me. Just got home from work and taking your sister to the grocery store. Okay, well... Get your chores and errands. Well, I guess it's not really your chores and errands. I mean, you just have to take her to the grocery store. I don't know if that counts as a chore, but more an errand. But yeah, there you go. So 664 souls just from doing that. We didn't get anything new out of the stage, but that's okay because we got a bunch of Nightmare Souls. So now we can... And I don't know how I feel about this, quite honestly. But by doing it that way, I think what I'm doing is kind of giving myself some insurance so that if the first Gates Lab stage... and all of the nightmare effects in that don't work out, then it's fine, because then I can just come back and do whatever I want in these stages, go to the bonus areas, and, you know, then I only have to do that twice, basically, if I need the insurance after this. Let's see. Yeah, Shock Buffer Ultimate Buster is kind of the way I'm going to have to do it. It's just better for me. How am I going to get used to not having that, though, when I need to equip Jumper for the Gates Lab stage? I'm going to have to get rid of either Shock Buffer or Ultimate Buster in order to do the Gates Lab stage, the first one, because without it, you literally can't complete it, so... So that's going to take some getting used to. At least I'm getting some souls out of this, though. And yeah, as you can see, now I can actually see where I'm going, so... And really, the mirror effect isn't too bad. It's kind of just dodge out of the way, and that's it, so... Plus, this stage is pretty decent for whatchamacallit, Nightmare Souls, so. Because there are quite a few nightmares to deal with, as we didn't see last time because we couldn't see any of them because we were all in the dark. It's not a wonder I missed that little guy. At that point, you're focused on the jump, not on taking care of him, so. Somehow, you know, it's weird. I missed the one from that was over near the beginning of the stage there, but I didn't miss that one, which I feel like I definitely would have missed. The one that was down below that ladder there. Because it was in just the right spot where I definitely could see me missing that, so. And worst comes to worst, we could always do this stage a few times to fill up our E-tanks, so. I just don't remember where the bonus area is in this one. I forget if it's like down below or what, but. I never did rescue this lady, did I? Well, that's not going to start now, unfortunately. I don't even know how I'd do that without dying. I guess it wouldn't matter if I did die, though, at this point, you know. Okay, I don't think I can get out of this. Nope. But that's what this is for, so. I was kind of hoping I could catch him on the backswing there, but I could not. You can put it away? Why would you want to put it away? The guard shell. I was just, It for a second it allowed me to put it away. I don't know why. I'm just gonna take the hit at that point. Okay, that can't shot erase, which is unfortunate. That does kill the nightmares in one shot, though, so that's not bad. Actually. I need to watch my health here. Can't believe I didn't get hit by that. Alright, we're back to full. Very good, very good. You guys come over here. Okay. Well, now what? That wasn't the way to the special stage. Actually, no, it definitely wasn't the way to the special stage. It's that way leads to a Dr. Light capsule, so wasn't really going to help us if we just went that way. So I guess we start from the bottom and see which way leads to what here, you know. I should have used that to go there. Can you drop your payload? Never mind. You two come this way. I should have jumped at them as soon as I saw them drop that. Okay, that's the way to it. So what I need to do is I need to take damage from the little switch thing before I destroy it, and then that'll let me get to the bonus area. So all the way down. You know, I should probably also check the other sections here, too, like to see if the heart tank is in one of them. There's also probably rescuable Reploids in the other one. Sorry, I didn't destroy it right. Okay, good. Now we just need to get back up. So we know it's to that direction. Okay, that's the heart tank. Good. Extra health is never a bad thing. And then the life up is in the bonus area now, so since there's probably nothing else that I need here, I think Hyper Dash is in the bonus area as well, now that I think about it. I don't think we'll need Hyper Dash, but can't hurt, right? I shouldn't have gone off screen now that guy's got all his health back. Alright, take damage from you, and out we go. Now the bonus area, well, I can see in this bonus area, just like being able to see in the stage, so it shouldn't be too bad. I do remember it being problematic, probably especially because that guy's here too. Okay, well, as I say, if I rescue some of the Reploids, it'll probably be easier. No, that's not guard shell. There it is. Oops. I love not being able to see the spikes right below me. Alright, well, we know there's nothing in that direction now, so let's try down here. I guess we'll go all... Sure, we'll go all the way down. Why not? It sucks that sometimes you like hiccup for longer. It's a weird word to say there, I know, but like when you take contact damage from certain enemies, you stay locked in the animation for longer. How do you dodge that missile? How does it even move like that? Okay, that's the way out. Please give me a bunch of health. That would be very nice of you, but nope. Okay, I'll take that. That works. I can still just barely grab this, so... His arm really just blocked the shot. Actually, I think it was the missile. So one of these ones that we're picking up is the Hyper Dash. So I don't know which one it is, but it's one of them. And the other one's the Life Up. So. Oh, okay. I thought that was an energy particle for a second. I was not paying enough attention, evidently. I'd like to get back up so I can get the... Yeah, I was going to say, but it's not going to work because I'm going to bonk my head, and then as soon as I bonk my head, the trouble with that particular section there is that if you don't jump just, and I mean just right, you bonk your head. And if you bonk your head, you end up getting damaged, and not damaged, but you die on the spikes, basically. Right now there's no health there? I thought there was health there. That. We'll just move platform to platform. Try to, anyway. Actually, maybe this one's the Hyper Dash now I think about it. No, I guess it doesn't matter now, does it? Oops. Really? Seriously? That wasn't enough height to get that jump? Okay. Stuck floating in midair for a few seconds whenever you take damage. Yeah, that. Don't like that. I should have just cycled in the opposite direction. Oh. I also hate that the platform is up here when, like, you're never going to make it back up there. Why would you stick it up there? Alright, I'm going to go. I don't feel like sitting here for a million years. I know where this one is now, so... And we got the rescue over there, so no point hanging around, you know. No, good, I'll take that. Anybody else want to damage me besides this big doofus? Because then I can, like, boost through a little bit. Yeah, like, how do you dodge that? Seems like it sets its course and then it has frontal, like, iframes. Alright, that's 3. I don't remember where the 4th one is here. But the actual capsule that we're trying to deal with here is down in the bottom right-hand corner, so... I think we went that way already. Let me try here. Nope, okay, it's above me. Now, how do I get above me? Hang on, I'm gonna use my life recover. That's why I got it. Might as well use it for something. Okay, X, grab the... Why am I doing this? I have Ice Burst. What is my problem? Hold on. I have this. I don't need to be doing that. I can just do that. Alright, bats, get out of here, because I... Alright, listen. I have to say, I'm a little annoyed right now. Not for nothing. I'm a little annoyed right now. Oh wow, Ice Burst just wrecked that guy. Holy shit. I mean, I don't have many Ice Bursts, obviously, so I can't just keep doing that, but... Almost jumped into the missile there. Alright, I can go all the way down now. I think this is all the way down. Okay, it just seems to be get far enough away, but the problem with that is that if you get far enough away, well, it's no longer... they refill their health if you get far enough away. Begging for damage, masochism confirmed? Yeah, honestly. If I take damage from something that isn't, like, a contact damage thing, you know what I mean, then it's surprisingly enough better for me than it would be otherwise. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, now here's the question. We've been at this for 2.5 hours at this point. Once I beat Dynamo this time, do I try the next nightmare stage first, or do I just leave? I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think you can do that without Alia's research. So, like, who are you having do the upgrades for you? Because I don't understand how you would do that. Also, I'm still taking damage even though I'm ducking under him. Dynamo, I understand that... Wait, was ducking in X5? I was gonna say, I understand you were in a game where ducking didn't exist, but, like, doesn't mean you have to be a dick about it. Whoops. Yeah, I think, honestly, considering how tired I was getting in the Blaze Heatnix stage, I don't think it would be out of the question for me to say, oh, give me a break. For me to say that's it right now. But giving a 25-pound cat 5 pills is an adventure. Oh my god, it sounds like it. That's not a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot of fun. I mean, I hope they were at least civil about it, but I mean, it's a cat, so it kind of depends. They're either super chill about everything or they're clawing your eyes out. That's just been my experience with cats. I don't know how true that is. So. But we got the life up, we got the hyper dash, so if we need it, we have it, and then we got Saber Plus, which we'll never need. So, oh, he's very gentle, thankfully. That's a good thing then. Yeah, that'll make it easier to give all those pills. So, okay, so we have 4,260 Nightmare Souls. We could theoretically, go and fight Dynamo in a different stage. We have to go to a different stage because if we could get 100 and... Actually, if we probably went to Infinity Maginian stage, we could get like 140 more Nightmare Souls before we got to the fight with Dynamo. Because if we could do that, then we could have 4,400, and then once he gives us 600, we'll have 5,000. So maybe I'll try to do that. Or I suppose, you know what I could do if I really want the stuff, is I could just go to Ground Scaravich's stage. I could beat up a whole bunch of Nightmares in the... wherever I end up there, and then just exit once I have enough. So maybe I'll just do that. I should have Shock Buffer and Life Recover and Ultimate Buster on, so... Wearing sports gear considers going outside a little adventure. What an adorable little asylum inmate he is. His biggest issue is he knows how to hide him in his cheek. Oh, geez, yeah, that's definitely... That's got to be tricky to deal with, then. Little dude's very smart, just a lot of funny problems. Even say the cat's cheeky, something like that. Badum. But yeah, that's 20 right there, if I'm remembering correctly, so... The stage is chock full of them. There's just a ton of Nightmares in this stage, so... So many Nightmares, I gotta make sure I'm careful not to destroy this thing first before I get all their souls. Alright, let's see. Yeah, see, we're already at 4336 just from what we did there, so... Said, hey, Dusty, it's pill time, and he came out and sat at your feet. Okay, well, that's more civil than my family's dog, that's for sure. She doesn't have to take any pills yet, but she's a little gremlin. She is either... She's really chill for a very small amount of time when she's, like, eaten, like, right after she's eaten, and then after that it's like, okay, nope, you can forget it. Oh, the rain effect is here. Okay, so the rain effect, I think, is supposed to be pushing me, like, so that I can't jump as far to the left, but I don't know. I don't seem to be experiencing that. Oh, good. That's lovely. I don't think I could make that no matter what. Sounds like his sister. A little more ornery, that one, then. Oh, okay, perfect. We're at exactly 4,400 now. So if we were to go and fight Dynamo without gaining any more Nightmare Souls and just getting the 600 that he gives us, we'd be perfect. So that's what we're going to try to go do. Like, literally exactly 5,000 is 3 parts in a limited part. And that'll make the final stages a lot easier, actually. And I wasn't intending on doing this, but since I'm so close at this point, it's like, it seems silly not to, you know? So... And then that'll make the final stages a lot easier because then I don't have to be like, okay, what do I have to sacrifice to keep Shock Buffer and something else? I'd have to, like, if I was to do this right now, I'd be like, okay, I'd have to take off Ultimate Buster for Jumper. As it is now, I can keep Shock Buffer, Ultimate Buster, and then I can just equip the part that's helpful in the next stage. So, like, in the first gate stage, Jumper will go in there. In the second one, I don't actually know. Probably Weapon Plus, because the trouble is there's technically 4 gate stages, Gates lab stages, but you have to do 2 and 3 without coming back to the stage select screen, so it's kind of tricky because you have to kind of micromanage your parts a little bit in that one, so I'll have to see. But, okay, since we did that, let's go back to the Weapon Center, and now that I have the Magma Blade, it should be a little easier to destroy those batteries, so... I have 4 cats, and he's the smartest and most relaxed, but his nephew is my baby boy. Oh, boy. That's funny. I love them all dearly, but this one is my favorite. Nothing wrong with that. Well, there goes the perfect 5,000. So I just... Again, my brain saw extra nightmares and just unga bunga, you know? It's gonna feel so weird to put Jumper back on soon, though, because, like, I haven't used it in forever. Alright, so... I've been told this absolutely shreds this thing, and if I can avoid taking damage for long enough to actually see it, that would be nice. Well, maybe it doesn't shred quite as much because I don't have Weapon Plus on, but did pretty good. Alright, let's not fall off like I was doing the last time. That I almost just did anyway. Good, this stage also has the fire effect from Blaze Heatnix. I love that. I don't think I can get that guy that I left up there because I don't think I can get enough height. I don't think I can get enough height to get that guy either. Like, listen, man, if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but I'm going to destroy this by the time you get down there. There we go. It's more that you're his favorite. He hates everyone but you. Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense then, yeah. And, you know, actually looking at it, so we have 14 life energy, and if we look at our special weapons and our life energy have the same, like, the bar is the same size. And that's, like... not necessary, obviously, but at least it looks clean on the UI, you know what I mean? It's not just like one is slightly longer than the other. It's like having one arm that's slightly longer than the other. I can imagine that would only ever be annoying. Just like that. Yep, okay, well I got another rep blade. I don't know what that one had, but I got him. Sorry, I bumped the pop filter trying to scratch my chin. Yeah, it's just annoying sometimes doing this platforming because you have to, like, hold up to do everything. and then you fall off and die as soon as you try to jump, and something hits you in midair, so you try to adjust, and you adjust too far when it would have been better to just not adjust at all. Like that almost ended up happening. I tried. I want you to understand I really did try. I should have just gone for it at that point, but, you know, I didn't think. That's the one time where thinking would have actually helped me. I'll take the damage, why not? Alright, I'm just gonna go for it. There we go. They call him the Stretch. Something like that. Okay, Meteor Rain. That's not Meteor Rain, that's Meteor Rain. There we go. And I don't think we're going to need Energy Saver for the first gate stage, because my understanding of the first gate stage is that even though the enemy that we're going to be fighting, the boss at the end of it, is pretty difficult, we have several weapons that can deal good damage to it, so... I feel like this stage was made for the blade armor. Yeah, because the thing with the blade armor is that you can actually... It lets you do an air dash. But when you do the air dash, you can pause in mid-air when you do the air dash, pick a direction, and then go in that direction. And it's a longer air dash than the Falcon Armor air dash, so... There you go. Just tank through that area back there. Sometimes it's the only way. Yeah, honestly, I've been learning that lesson the hard way today. So... You, again... It takes hours for me to get here. It's taking you hours of your life that you'll never get back to beat this game. Doesn't that make you angry, X? Not really, to be honest. Oops. I actually need to take the Nightmare Souls when he drops them, or else what's the point? There we go. Oh, hang on. I need to do that a little differently. I need to do this. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess if you only want to drop 400 this time, that's fine. I think he only dropped 400 that time, so it's a good thing I grabbed a few souls before we came in here. Watch me be at like 4,990. We'll just have to go back into Ground Scaraviches if that happens, because we can just grab some really quickly. Yeah, you're right, I did miss one soul there, Mauricio. I didn't see it. And for some reason, my brain just said, oh, no soul, just keep following him. So, yeah, watch me be at like 4. Okay, we got 500. We might be okay. We got another life up. So apparently the one that was down below was the life up rather than one of the other ones. So, but hello, Mauricio. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We might be ending pretty soon, but you are here to see the end. 4,900. Okay. I am annoyed, but we can go to Ground Scaravich to make up the last little bit that we missed, so that's fine. Don't you feel angry? Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel a little ashamed? Not even in the slightest. Quite honestly, at this point, it's simultaneously... Like I said, playing 2 games in a row is probably not good for me, and I still stand by that. But at this point... I think playing this is kind of, it's doing 2 things. Like I said before, it's helping me get rid of the rust. And at the same time as that, it's also helping me to, oh, they're not dropping Nightmare Souls now. That's not good. Maybe I need to go to a different stage then. You know, it's probably because I've already been in this one and they've been dropping Nightmare Souls in this one. So I just need to keep going. And then they'll start dropping them again, maybe. Maybe. Oh, no, wait, I can't keep going in this one because it's got that silly jump that I can't do, right? Oh, there we go. Now they're dropping them again. Okay, don't destroy the thing. Destroy them first. There we go. Okay, 49.36. Let's keep on going. So yeah, it's a palate cleanser, and it's helping me get rid of the rust in terms of playing action games. But at the same time as that, it's also buying me time to let me figure out what I want to play next, because... I'm still not fully 100% sure about it. Like, I feel like the trouble that I'm running into is that there's a lot of, like... Because usually what I do is I alternate. I'll play an RPG, or I'll play a non-RPG game, and then I'll play an RPG. But a lot of the RPGs that I have left on my list are just really long projects, and I don't know how much I want to commit to a really long project, you know? At this point. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, because it'll give me something to do for a while, but... Street Fighter 2010 on the NES. It's such a good game. I didn't even know there was a Street Fighter 2010, to be quite honest with you. So, actually, just finished watching the VOD of your previous stream, and after subscribing, got the notification that you're live. That is good timing. Glad to hear that that worked out for you. I just noticed that my life bar is slightly larger than my energy bar now. And you know what? I know why. Because we've gotten all of the life ups in this game except for the one that I can't get without getting the Dr. Light capsule in Infinity Maginian stage. So, I think, anyway. Pretty sure we got the one from this stage already. I'm going to be out of EMRs in a minute. Oh, this is... Okay, you know what? That works. Thank you for letting me damage boost through that. Oh, I'm out of EMRs. It's not a wonder this isn't working as it did before. Alright, how we doing? 5,000 even! Doesn't get much better than that. Okay. Let's get the heck out of here. It's not like the Street Fighter series, but it's a loose tie-in, and it's a soft beat-em-up type, really well made. Oh, okay, so it's more of a Streets of Rage type of a thing. Okay, interesting. I'll have to look into that then. I am a big fan of Streets of Rage 2. I'd never played Streets of Rage 1 and 3, but I'm pretty sure I have access to them now because I've got the... what's that thing called where you can play all the Sega Genesis and, like all the Sega Genesis games on Steam? They have, like, a launcher or something for that, but... I have that launcher. I bought that, and I bought a couple of games with it from my childhood that I'm still not good at, even though I've played them for years and years, so... Don't want to commit to an RPG after Violet makes sense. I just don't know if I want to, because the trouble is, like... The trouble with committing to a longer RPG is that I'm concerned that when I go back to school, if the workload is really high again, like it was last couple semesters, I'm going to have to stop streaming for a while. And I really don't want to stop a project in the middle because of school. And I really don't want to be obligated to feel... Well, it wouldn't be obligation, but it would be like, okay, I'm in between a rock and a hard place. I could either stop in the middle of this game and then have to pick it up later when I may not feel like playing it again. Or... I have to keep going and trying to balance that with school, which will just result in me losing sleep. And I don't really want to do either of those things. So, yeah, calculated. Like I said, couldn't have worked out much better than that. Beat the target mobs, get portal charges, and after you get enough, a portal opens and you enter it to go to the next stage. It's got good music and neat bosses. Yeah, I might want to take a look at that one then. It sounds interesting from the way you describe it. But yeah, as you can see, when we went to the results screen, we got PA rank, which is the higher than GA. And the only one above that is Ultimate Hunter, which is at 9,999 Nightmare Souls. So you could keep grinding if you really wanted to. Just keep beating Dynamo up in order to get there, and then you'd be able to access all 5 of these part slots. You could then equip 4 parts and a limited part. But I think 3 in a limited will be enough. So... The way that it is now, we'll equip Jumper, Shock Buffer, we've got the limited part in the middle, we got Ultimate Buster, and I am realizing now that I'm probably going to have to do that again when I start the game up on the next episode of Mega Man X6 Extreme Mode with Unarmored X, the Stream Edition, which may be the finale because we only have the Gate Lab stages left to go, and they will be challenging, but I'm hoping they won't be quite as challenging as our experiences have been today. So we will have to find out on the next episode, which will be happening on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time after I do all of the training that I need to do this week to go back to work next week. So, yeah, we'll work on that. I'll work on that, and then we'll come back. Parts in X5 and X6 were a neat idea. Yeah, because it kind of gives you a little bit of an edge, and it lets them almost make the game more challenging without, like... having to be like, well, we have to design the stage, because a lot of the limitations that they had earlier in the series were like, we have to design the stage as if they got no upgrades, you know what I mean? So they couldn't make them too challenging. Here they can, because it's like, okay, well, get some parts, you know what I mean? So, if quick and action-packed is in mind, so is Pizza Tower. Maybe that if you need something. I do own Pizza Tower. I haven't played... I played, like, the first half an hour of it. I did enjoy it. It's a non-RPG, though, so I usually don't... Usually the way I like doing is, like, alternating, but I guess I don't have to. I mean, it's my series. I can do it however I want, really. But, I don't know. I'll think about it, and like I said, I should know by the end of this week what I want to play, and, yeah, we'll go from there. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you checking out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which will, as I said, be on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where hopefully we will finish this up. Until then, take care and have a good one. Be at work, but have a good stream, either work or the ER. I'm going to hope for the former rather than the latter. Work is not fun necessarily, but you going back to the hospital for the second time in 2 weeks would not be a whole lot of fun either. So I'm going to hope for the best for you.